All right, as she said, my name is Ryan Gausman, and I have been confused with Ryan Gosling, just the last name though. It's just a little different. I'm with Aflac, and I've been with Aflac for about a year now. The big reason I got into Aflac was my why was one, better flexibility schedule-wise, because as a golf professional, it was 6-7 days a week. Especially in the summer, I lost out on a lot of family time, and my sisters had 2 kids, and I didn't get to see them as much as I'd like to. And now that I can basically schedule my flexibility, my schedule wherever around, it's been good. The opportunity for income was great too. But as I've gotten into it, I've realized that there's a lot more to it, and I can have a bigger impact on someone's life. I know people don't like insurance, they don't want to think about it, but it's something that everybody should think about, just to protect what they have now, and we'll go into that a little bit. With Aflac, just a little background on them. They've been around since 1955. And we offer several different types of policies, and if anybody can name the 8 that we have, I'd probably be pretty impressed with that. What do you want to keep going? Those are 2. Life is 1. A lot of people don't know we do life. Vision.
Cancer.
Dental.
Short-term, long-term.
Short-term, yeah. Disability, and we also do critical care.
Is that the hospital one?
And the hospital indemnity, yeah. So there's different policies out there for every type of situation to help you cover. A lot of people think that their major medical is enough, and we'll kind of cover that in a minute. But it's as well with Aflac, like I said, it's been around for a long time. They've actually been named one of the most ethical companies, one of 128 in the last, since 2007 when Ethisphere magazine put out their top ethical companies. And they're the only insurance company that has been on that list. And that plays a lot to me because I do believe in ethics and morals. And I want to make sure that who I'm working for, when they say they're going to do something, they're going to do it. So if we say we're going to pay you for an incident, we're going to pay you whatever is on that line on it. Going on to it. There is a lot of misnomers about what Aflac is and isn't. So we've started a campaign this year of what Aflac is not. First one is we are not car insurance. We get confused with the gecko quite a bit. They're 2 different things, right? I've been asked to quote people on car insurance. I'm like, I would love to help you. Now that I know Paul's not here or anyone else, I can send them that way, but no, I'm sorry, I cannot do that. We don't do home insurance either. I cannot help your she shed get any she shear. I'm sorry. I could probably find someone for you, but I, again, cannot help you with that. And the biggest one of all, we are not health insurance. We're not there. We are not meant to replace health insurance. If it comes down between health insurance or supplemental such as Aflac, I'm going to say please go with that or with health insurance. Aflac's going to be there to cover any gaps. So if it, like I said, in between, you're going to choose that one every time. What we are, though, we are customized benefits that are fit to employer and employee needs. So I like to see it as a benefit to a business, not just to an employee, to an employee or a person. It's something that can be fit into a budget. If you're looking to add benefits, maybe you don't want to throw any money at it, you can still offer this to them. And the benefits through the company, you actually save 50% as an employee instead of me just coming directly to you. And I think that's a big benefit. It also helps businesses with their overall, depending on the business. But W-2, you can actually save money pre-taxes. Most of our policies are pre-taxable. So you're going to save money on top of that as a business. So that, again, is kind of creating a win-win for them. Again, it's going to complement your health insurance, your major medical. And when I say that, a lot of people don't realize, they think they have good or great medical coverage, and they might. But if something happens, and of course, the one person that I can have raise her hand with a cast is not here today. Tracy did get hurt, and we kind of heard that story. And I feel bad because we've been in contact trying to get something set up for her, and it just didn't happen. She just happened to cut open her thumb, and she's the hairstylist in the group, and she's out of work for 7 weeks. And so, you know, that's a loss of income. They don't think about that when something happens. How are you covering yourself when that unplanned event does happen, because it's gonna happen at some point. And with those 8 different types of policies, you can get any kind of coverage to help out. Because your major medical, a lot of people are now going to high deductible, and when you do that, your out-of-pocket expenses can be $6,500, $10,000 if you have insurance or single family or whatever it is. That's a lot of money. And in fact, 65% of the U.S. cannot cover $1,000 medical bill out of pocket right now. So as a business owner, it's something that you can offer to help with that. And that's where I just want to be able to educate everybody on that aspect of it. Protector of lifestyles, that kind of goes in with your complimentary major medical. The way I see it is, if you got money coming in for an event, you don't have to take out of your retirement fund, you don't have to take out of your savings, you don't have to do a GoFundMe page for, whatever there. You've got something, you have money coming in to help you with that, so you don't have to change the way you live and the way you save. And of course, we pay cash directly to you. Not many other insurance agencies are gonna send money to you. It's gonna be to your provider, to your network. I mean, it's all over the place, right? But what about you? When you need it, it's there for you in your bank account the next day. We get the paperwork done, that money's in your account the next day. Use it however you need to. Pay for your mortgage, pay for your car, groceries. In fact, one of the best things that happened to me was back in November. I was actually in Salina, Kansas. I was opening my first account in Beloit. We stopped and had lunch at the chicken place. No, it was but one of the servers there came out, and I had my own lecture. You have got the best product ever. Like, I broke my arm and was out of work for 3 weeks, and we're talking about a kid that's mid-20s. He said, I got $600 to help me pay my rent. I got groceries from it. He's like, people need to know about it. And he's like, as affordable as it is, it's $10 to $20 a month for that accident plan. It's there for that exact reason. And I'm kind of getting my hair set up my back right now just thinking about it. But it's those kind of things that have happened that make me think. I just want to educate everybody on that. I'm gonna move on. I'm not gonna go through all this, but this is just some advantages. As for the business, if you have happy employees, they're gonna be more productive, right? I mean, if they know that you've got them covered and you're showing them that you care not only about them at work, but them outside of work, that's where that accident coverage, the cancer, the critical care policy, if something major happens and you've offered that coverage for them, it's gonna be there for them. And so they're gonna be happy, they're gonna be loyal to you. It's gonna help with retention rates. With that being said, the retention rate, does anybody know what it costs to lose an employee and how to replace them?
They're very
About $5,000 for us.
It is. It depends on the company, obviously, but in the longer they've been with you and the higher production that they create for your company, the more it's going to cost, right? So you want to offer everything you can and give them every reason to stay. And again, staying competitive is a big one as well. And so just to get to the referring the win-win opportunities for me, businesses who want quality employees, mention the retention problems like we just mentioned there, want to protect their employees and know that what they're offering is going to help them outside of the job too. Persons, mention the high cost of healthcare. I'm sure everybody's had some kind of injury and they kind of get caught off guard about it. In fact, Tracy's given me a couple of referrals just because she's walking around with a cast in her hand and like, well, how are you doing this? And she's like, well, I'm going to get Aflac, it's going to help. And I'm like, what is that? She's like, well, I'm not going to talk to you about it, but I know a guy that can explain it in better detail for you. Complaints about workers' comp, that's both for the business and the employee, because it takes forever when something happens for workers' comp claims to get into effect, right? And concerns about financial security, that's something that we can help cover when something does happen. I'm giving you numbers of the left. So my big thing is education is essential, participation is voluntary. So I just want everybody to know what's out there to help cover them in these situations. And if your employee chooses to participate, great, it's up to them. If not, you know what, they at least know about it. Maybe something happens later on, like, okay, well now I know where I can get the coverage. Because unfortunately, you don't want it until something happens, right? And so then that's when your eyes are open. And sometimes you get lucky, you've got the coverage. But other than that, that is my spiel, and I've got the 0 minutes down here. So I appreciate everybody.